Continue our coverage of the wildfire recovery now. This week, we've been bringing you the stories of survivors from the Camp Fire in Northern California. Nearly 7 years ago, 90% of that town burned to the ground. We're now 7 months out from the Eaton and the Palisades fires, and who better to talk about lessons learned than the people still rebuilding Paradise? Alex Rozier traveled to that small town in Northern California to hear their stories of resilience. And along the way, he met a woman who lost everything in Paradise, but she has such an unusual connection to the Palisades fire.
The fire would have found me anyway.
She lived here.
You feel the flames.
At the Palisades Bowl.
David Gregory telling me that a mobile home park is on fire, and unfortunately, I believe we have arrived. And
my house was right at the top of that hill.
Another shocking sight. There is just buildings that are lost in what is left here. It's another sight of someone's dreams that have disappeared.
It was my dream for a long time.
We want to let you know that Jamie has rebuilt in Paradise. Alex sat down with me earlier this week to discuss the rebuilding of the recovery process in Paradise and what it could mean for people who lost their homes in the Palisades and Altadena. Alex joins us right now. Jamie had such an emotional reaction to seeing where she used to live versus where she lives now.
Yeah, I mean, and I cannot imagine, she said to me, fire would have found me anyway. And the fact that her home that she used to live in the Palisades burned and her home in Paradise burned. The fire would have found her anyways, but she has a pretty amazing rebuilt story there in Paradise.
You've seen Paradise. You saw Altadena with the Eaton fire. You saw the Palisades. Is there any doubt in your mind we will see this again?
Oh, yeah. And we've talked to a number of people that are now experts in these mega fires, and we will see them again. And I think that's one of the big takeaways from the coverage here too, is when I went into this, I was thinking that this will be helpful for the communities that are beginning to rebuild. And when I left it, I was recognizing that people across Southern California can learn something from Paradise, because the things that they are doing now, they wish they would have done before their fire.
Such as?
Burying the power lines. We're seeing that here too now. They're burying the power lines in Altadena and the Palisades. They're doing that in Paradise. They removed 200,000 trees to slow the spread of fire if another one starts. They have posted evacuation zones. They've added 21 warning sirens. So anytime that there's something happening, those sirens are going to sound. They didn't have those in the Camp Fire. That may be why 85 people were killed in Paradise in their fire. So they're taking a lot of steps to make their communities safer. But that's a big point, is that every community, they want every community to be thinking about what they're doing now to make themselves safer. One thing that I really took away here is that sometimes recovery doesn't mean rebuilding in the community that burned. Everyone's pulling for the Palisades, everyone's pulling for Altadena, but in talking to mental health experts here too, for a lot of people, the trauma and the grief is too much. And rebuilding recovery is going to happen elsewhere. Mm-hmm. People who may have family in other places and they just say this is the time to start that next chapter. Maybe they just are later in life and they don't want to begin rebuilding. They just choose to do it elsewhere. So it's so based upon the individual, what they do with it, how it happens, and I found that in Paradise.
7 years. You can watch Alex's full story right here on our NBCLA app or on NBCLA.com. Just click on the link on our homepage.